Namaste dear friends, I am Loka Guruguntla, personal growth expert and transformational coach. I am into this path of spirituality, path of awakening for the past 10 years. My life is totally different after entering into this path. Earlier I was always thinking about my own self, always thinking about what is in it for me. In every situation, in meeting with every person, I always think, what do I get from that person? But after stepping into this path, my thinking started shifting. And my thinking right now is, when I meet someone, I ask myself, I tell myself, how can I connect to this person? How can I make friendship with this person? How can I give something to this person? This is my state of mind. So spirituality gives us so much to learn, so much to grow. Before that, it was totally different. And today I have come with insights. My favorite topic, the topic which I like most, the 9 insights. This is so important for every spiritual seeker. For the very first time, I came to know about this concept through a movie. It is Celestine Prophecy. That movie has directed based on the book Celestine Prophecy. So there is a book named Celestine Prophecy and there is a movie named Celestine Prophecy. I highly recommend you to watch that movie and read that book. So that book tells about the prophecy for human awakening. So what is a prophecy? A prophecy is nothing but something that we will know about future outcome. Something about the future. So this prophecy is beautifully explained about human growth, human evolution in this book Celestine Prophecy by James Redfield. Every one of us, we go through different stages in life, and in each stage we encounter some situations, we encounter some people, and it will trigger our growth. So James Redfield beautifully organized these insights in a step-by-step manner. There are 9 insights every human being goes through in their life. And these 9 insights we will experience at any stage of life. Especially these insights start to appear in our life after entering into the spiritual path. So these are very beautiful insights. How does this concept help us? This concept will tell us about our journey, about our spiritual path, where we are at. By knowing about these insights, we will come to know where we are at spiritually, how far we have traveled so far till now. So very beautiful insights that one must always remember, recapitulate, revise, rehearse. So, are you interested to learn know about these 9 insights? If you are interested, I am here because I am interested to share these 9 insights. Let us look into the first insight now. The first insight is about synchronicities in life. When we start practicing meditation, when we keep learning all the spiritual tools on a daily basis, and very soon we start to experience this first insight. We experience meaningful coincidences in our life, synchronicities in our life. Synchronicity is nothing but a miracle, I can say. A coincidence is nothing but the similar incidents which are happening again and again. That is what coincidence means. Similar, many incidents happening at the same time. That's what coincidence means. I'll give you an example to understand. So, you are thinking about your friend whom you have not spoken for the past 1 year. You are just thinking, remembering that person, your friend, in your mind. And suddenly, all of a sudden, you get a phone call from that friend. That is a coincidence. And you have some issue, some problem, you want to have some money in your life, but you are running out of money. All of a sudden, someone, maybe your friend, maybe a relative, comes to you and tells, if you want any help, I will help you. Take money from me. It is a coincidence. It is a synchronicity. It is a meaningful event. So, these incidents are happening because we are in alignment with the cosmos, in alignment with our higher self. These synchronicities, these meaningful coincidences tell us that we are on the right path. Have you ever experienced this synchronicity? Just I want to ask this question. When did you encounter any meaningful incident in your life? Just go back, think. You may pause this video for a few seconds to think back. What was the meaningful incident that happened to you? It might be help from someone. It might be the job that you got through referral. It might be your marriage that happens based on your intentions. Attracting the right partner, getting the good job, healing some health issue, or meeting someone and spontaneously you become close friends together, both of you. Think about what is the synchronicity that you experienced in your life. I have enormous, hundreds and thousands of such incidents happened for the past 10 years, mainly with consciousness, with presence, I noticed. But even before that also, there were many meaningful coincidences. Right now I am talking to you. It is a synchronicity because I had intended earlier. Intention and manifestation. So when you are experiencing these synchronicities, your intentions magnify their power of manifestation. So when you pay more and more attention towards these meaningful coincidences, and they will start to happen more and more in your life. Generally what happens when we experience any meaningful coincidence, what we tell, oh, it is just a random event. Oh, it just happened out of nothingness. It's just a coincidence, nothing in it. We bypass them. When we tell that way, universe stop to give you these meaningful incidents. When we keep paying attention to all the meaningful events, synchronicities in your life, and they start to happen more and more frequently in every day, more and magic you experience in your daily life. This is the first insight. So when you paying attention towards your coincidences, you progress in your spiritual path. And we get next insight, the second insight. Second insight is about creating a new earth. It's about practicing spirituality fully in your life. Religion and science will become very lesser and lesser in your reality, because you start to connecting to new earth, new consciousness, new dimension within you. You get in touch with your spirit, and your thoughts started changing differently. And you not only think about your own self, you start to think about others as well. You start connecting like-minded people. You get more and more friends. This is what the second insight is about. In the second insight, so this will help us to connect to other insights, the next insights. So here you connect to a sangha, like-minded people, the tribe, who practice all the similar methods, similar meditation that you practice. So with this insight, we start to open our doors of wisdom. And by connecting to like-minded people, you will start experiencing third insight. The third insight is about energy, seeing the invisible energy. With regular practice of meditation, we start to notice energy. You might have heard about the concept aura, right? The energy field around our body, energy field around objects. So with more and more practice of the spiritual truths, you start to see energy of others. It may not be always seeing their energy, but it may be sensing the energy. When you start seeing, sensing, knowing the energy, when you are becoming subtle towards the energies, you go to some people very closely and you avoid some people, because you see their energy is not proper, their energy is not good, their energy is not positive, and you maintain some distance. Every person, every place, every object has energy. You might notice by meeting some people, you feel like meeting them again and again, talking to them again and again. And also you might experience by going to some people, you feel like going away from that place. You don't want to be there because of that energy, invisible energy. If you go to marketplace or to a bus station or railway station, there is so much of crowd there. You feel your energy is drained because many people come there. But if you go to a temple, if you go to church or masjid, or if you go to a place where people are gathering for meditation, your energy is elevated. You feel uplifted because the energy is different there. So this insight will help us to go into the right incidents, go and meet right people in our life. And when we are becoming subtle towards sensing the energies, it will open the door to next insight, the fourth insight. In this fourth insight, what you experience is how people steal your energy. This might be sounding different to you and new to you, right? People in our life, they steal energy. Some people, they give the energy, some people, they steal the energy. So you start to understand about energy stealing patterns. How do people steal energy? We hear about stealing money, stealing car, bikes, or stealing jewelry. What is this concept about stealing energy? When you are with people who are always complaining, who are always judging, who are always criticizing, if you keep on listening or speaking gossips about others, it is a energy stealing pattern. If we are with this kind of people, they drain our energy. Example is watching daily serials. I never allow my family members to watch daily serials. I don't encourage, I don't recommend. Because they suck our energy. News, they suck our energy. But there are positive news. Suppose through this platform PMC, we are watching this video. Like these videos, many videos we are watching. It is uplifting the energy. But many other news channels they are broadcasting all the negativity. By watching that, our energy drains. People love to watch those news. People love to watch those movies, those serials. Because there is a match of their energy frequency. When our energies are uplifting, when we are sensing our energies, we detach from some people. It is not out of judgments, but because you are sensing their energy. If you feel they are not doing any good to you or good to others, then you try to avoid them. So when you become aware of this pattern within you and in others, you know how to shield your energy, how to protect your energy. With this insight, we step into another insight, next insight, the fifth insight. When we are aware of this energy stealing pattern which is there in us, what happens? We stop stealing energy from others. We know that there is a universal energy which is available to everyone. We tap into that universal energy. The fifth insight is tapping into universal energy. So next time when you come across with any person who is always complaining, who is always gossiping, what you need to do? Know that they are trying to suck your energy by telling all these complaints about others, by gossiping. It's a pattern of energy stealing. It's like a pot with a leakage underneath it. How much ever water you are pouring into it, there is a leakage beneath it. And that pot will never filled. We also like that. So with this insight, fifth insight, okay, with all my problems, with all my victim stories, with all my worry, I am trying to suck energy. I had this pattern 10 years back. It was in the year almost like 2-3 years. I had many years, but I was aware in the year 2010 ending, 11 and 2012 starting. For the very first time I came to know about this movie, this Wisdom from James Redfield. I noticed the same pattern. Oh God, I am telling all my patterns, my worries to many people. That means I am stealing I am trying to steal their energy. By knowing about this insight, immediately I shifted my attention. I stopped complaining. I stopped sharing my victim story to others. All victims who are always trying to tell their victim story to others, they are trying to suck the energy because the other person is listening. That means when they are listening, their energy is losing. They are losing their energy by the victims. I am into this therapy field, energy healing modalities that I practice. Whenever people come to me, they share their stories, all the problems, all the worries, but I don't feel sympathy towards them. I carry empathy. I shield my energy. Otherwise, I lose my energy. So it's a mastery, it's a skill that everyone must learn. So when we tap into universal energy through meditation, through silence, through sitting in nature, we connect to the reservoir of universal energy, the vastness of energy which is there. We don't need to suck energy from others. I can just meditate and all the void, all the patterns, they will heal naturally, because you are connecting to the source energy. The source is Tao, it's God, it's universe. And by tapping into that energy, all your problems vanishes, all your victim stories vanishes. Here comes the next insight, the sixth insight. When you retain your energy, when you shield your energy, what happens? This energy is magical, miraculous. You discover your life purpose. This is the sixth insight. We discover our own life purpose. Why am I here? What is my purpose of life? What is my dharma? What is my destiny? What is the work that I need to take up? All these questions will get answered in this sixth insight, because you discover your purpose. When you discover your purpose, you are already achieved so much, and you start to help others. You live your life for helping others. That's what sixth insight is about. And when you discover your purpose, your dharma, there comes next insight, seventh insight. This seventh insight is about intuition. My favorite topic. I got two powers in meditation. First is power of intention. Second power is power of intuition. Intuition is your inner voice which will tell us what to do, what book to read, which master to meet, how to progress, how to grow in life. All the guidance comes from within. So awakening the gift of intuition is the seventh insight. When this intuition is activated within us, you achieve self-mastery, because the master within you is awakened. You don't need to depend on anyone. You start asking your own self all the questions. You get answers from your intuition. When you started listening to your intuition, when you started following your intuition, what happens? In a very soon we encounter eighth insight. The eighth insight is about uplifting humanity. And when you master your intuition, what happens? With the eighth insight, you start thinking about others. You start helping others, because you have crossed the journey so far. Whenever you see any other persons who are lesser than you means, don't underestimate this. That means who are little behind in their spiritual practices. You try to give your supporting hand. Whenever people are going through suffering or issues, you tell them, I have also gone through. This is a stage, this is a journey, and I will help you. This is a path, this is a process everyone goes through, and very soon you will come out of this problem. By helping, by uplifting others, you will progress in life, and your growth happens leaps and bounds, because you will not just work for your own self. Every day you think about how can I help others, how can I uplift others, because This eighth insight reminds us about others. When you enter into a room, when you enter into your office, you think about others. How can I help others? Your life is not about you. Your life is about others. This is the great realization that we get in the eighth insight. And by started helping others, elevating others with your energy, with your wisdom, with your work, with your contribution, you enter into ninth insight. This ninth insight is about collective spiritual evolution. And we start working for a mission. We start working for a bigger cause. This ninth insight is about activating our light bodies, our energy bodies. And in this movie, Celestine Prophecy, I highly recommend you to watch this movie to understand whatever I am talking about. You start meeting guides, spiritual masters who are not physically available, but you can sense their energy bodies. And sometimes we also transcend from this physical body to light body. So this is the journey of a master. This is the journey of a real hero. This is the journey of a spiritual seeker. So this James Redfield has given a map to live life with these spiritual insights so that we awaken to our soul power. Thank you, dear friends, for watching me with so much of patience, so much of love. Thank you so much. I'll see you again in the next video. I am signing off. Bye bye.